Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs weren't listening? That tiny wobble, that hesitation before you take the first step. You told yourself, maybe I'm just tired today. But deep down, something's different. I'm Dr. Charles Mercer. I've spent the last 50 years treating muscle loss, weakness, and immobility in older Americans. And I'm here to tell you something that most doctors never will. What's happening to your legs isn't just old age. It's a condition called sarcopenia, and it's stealing your strength, one muscle fiber at a time. The worst part? It starts silently. In fact, according to the New York Times, most Americans over 60 begin losing up to 15% of their muscle mass per decade, even if they're still active. That means the legs that once carried your grandchildren could soon struggle just to carry you to the bathroom. But here's the truth nobody's told you. You can fight back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 essential movements you must do after 60. Not fancy gym workouts, not painful routines. Simple, doctor-approved exercises that restore strength, rebuild confidence, and most importantly, protect your independence. Because getting older is not the problem. Losing your ability to move is. If you've felt your legs getting weaker lately, type the number 1 in the comments below. If not yet, type 0. So I know how many of you are still holding strong, and if you care about staying upright, active, and independent, tap that subscribe button now and turn on the bell. Because every week, I'll be right here with advice that could add years of freedom to your life. Let's begin. Let's take back your legs before it's too late. Number 1, sit to stand, the most important move you are not doing. There is one simple movement that quietly predicts how long you will stay independent. It is not a blood test. It is not a scan. It is this. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. Let me say it again. Your ability to rise from a chair without help says more about your future mobility than any machine ever could. This is the first thing I check with new patients over 60, and I will tell you something I have learned in 50 years. If you cannot stand up from a chair with control, your body is waving a red flag. You may not be using a cane or walker yet. You may still drive or cook. But if your legs tremble, if your knees push out to the side, if you grunt or rock forward to get momentum, that is your body whispering, I am getting weaker. I remember a man named Walter. He was 78 years old, a retired factory supervisor, big voice, proud, independent. But when he came into my clinic after a small fall, I noticed something. He would only sit in chairs with armrests. And when I asked him to rise from one without using his hands, he paused. He looked at the floor. Then he said, I used to stand up without thinking. Now I plan it like climbing Mount Everest. So I gave him a task. 10 sit-to-stand movements a day, no weights, no machines, just a sturdy chair. 2 weeks later, Walter walked into my office grinning. He said, Doc, I stood up from the toilet without grabbing the counter. First time in months. This movement restored something deeper than muscle. It gave him back his confidence. Medically, the sit-to-stand movement activates your quadriceps, glute muscles, and your core. It improves balance, blood flow, and joint mobility. It prepares your body for everything. Getting out of bed, stepping out of a car, answering the door. And here is the best part. You can do it right now. No gym, no excuses. Just sit in a safe, stable chair. Cross your arms over your chest. Stand up slowly. Sit down with control. Do it 10 times. Then do it again tomorrow. Do not wait until you need help to get up. Strength is something you build before you need it. Tell me in the comments, can you stand up 10 times without using your hands? Try it. Then come back and let me know. Your legs and your freedom depend on it. Number 2, heel and toe raises. Rebuild your balance from the ground up. I want you to imagine something. You are walking across your living room. You are carrying a cup of tea, maybe humming a song. Suddenly your foot doesn't land quite right. You reach out, you catch yourself, barely, and your heart pounds harder than it should. That moment right there, it is not just clumsiness, it is a warning. Every year in the United States, over 36 million seniors experience a fall. That is more than the entire population of California. And the number one cause of these falls? Weak ankles, poor foot control, loss of balance. Most people think balance comes from the brain, and that is partly true. But as a doctor, I can tell you, real balance begins in your ankles and feet. One of my patients, Evelyn Carter, was 83 years old when she came into my clinic. She had tripped over her slippers in the hallway. She did not break anything, but the fear of falling stayed with her. She whispered to me, "Doc, it's like my feet are not listening to my brain anymore." That is not just her imagination. It is a condition called proprioception loss. It means your body's ability to feel where it is in space becomes dull with age. Combine that with weak ankle muscles, slow reflexes, and nerve delay. And suddenly, every step feels like walking on a tightrope. So I gave Evelyn a simple prescription. No pills, no therapy sessions, just one daily exercise. Heel and toe raises. Stand next to your kitchen counter. Hold on gently, lift your heels up as high as you can, then slowly lower them. Next, rock back and lift your toes toward the ceiling. 10 times each. That is it. 3 weeks later, Evelyn came back and said, "My legs feel like mine again." These movements may look small, but inside your body, they are doing something powerful. They wake up your calf muscles, your shin muscles, and all the tiny stabilizers around your ankles. These are your first line of defense. They react faster than your hands ever could. And the best part, you can do them anytime. While waiting for your coffee, while brushing your teeth, even in line at the pharmacy. Tell me this, have you ever caught yourself grabbing a wall or a table to stay upright? Be honest, because that is the moment your body is telling you, "I am not as stable as I used to be." Let us change that, starting today. Try 10 heel raises, try 10 toe lifts, and tomorrow do them again. Not for perfection, but for protection. Number 3, marching in place. Rekindle your coordination and memory. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly confident walking through your own home? Not just walking, but walking tall, without fear, without the feeling that your legs might hesitate or drag. If you are over 60, and especially if you have started shuffling, hesitating, or slowing down, it is not just your muscles, it could be your brain. Yes, I said it. As a doctor, I have seen firsthand how changes in coordination often signal changes in brain health. That is why marching in place is not just a physical movement, it is a neurological reset. One of my patients, Harold Green, 76 years old, had always been an active man. He used to take weekly dance classes with his wife, but after she passed and he stayed home more, something changed. He told me, "Doc, I do not trust my legs anymore." He had not fallen, but he had stumbled, and what he felt most was not fear, it was loss. So I gave Harold something simple: marching in place, not walking outside, not jogging, just standing tall, lifting one knee at a time, slowly while holding onto the back of a chair. At first, he said it felt silly. Then something happened. After just 2 weeks, Harold came in with a new light in his voice. He said, "I started moving to the beat again. My legs, they remembered." What he did not realize was that marching in place was retraining his neural pathways. It was stimulating his hippocampus, the part of the brain that connects movement, rhythm, and memory. It was gently waking up his coordination. Medical studies now confirm that rhythmic leg movements can help improve memory retention and cognitive sharpness in older adults. That means when you move your legs, you are also exercising your mind. So if you have been feeling foggy, unstable, or unsure when walking, marching in place may be the most powerful thing you can do without even leaving your living room. Start small, 30 seconds, 1 minute, twice a day. Hold on to a share if you needed. The goal is not perfection. The goal is reconnection between your feet and your brain, between your body and your confidence. Try it today. Tell me in the comments if it brought you a little more clarity, because movement is memory and memory is freedom. Number 4, wall push-ups. Rekindle upper body strength and dignity. When people think about aging, they often focus on the legs. And they are right, your legs carry you. But let me ask you something most folks forget. What helps you get out of bed? What lets you reach a cabinet, hug your grandchild, or open a stubborn jar? Your upper body. And when that strength begins to fade, something deeper disappears with it. Your sense of power, your ability to connect, your dignity. I remember Mrs. Teresa Malloy, 81 years old, lived alone. She had been independent all her life. But she walked into my clinic one day, and in the softest voice, she said, "Doc, I cannot open the peanut butter jar anymore. I feel helpless, and that scares me. Now I want you to hear that again. Not my arms are weak." She said, "I feel helpless." That right there is the real pain of losing strength. Not just physical, but emotional. It makes you feel like the world is slowly moving out of your reach. So I showed Teresa the most underrated exercise of them all. Wall push-ups. Stand in front of a wall. Place your hands flat. Lean in gently. Lower your chest until your nose almost touches the wall. Then push back. Just 5 reps. Each morning, each night. After 2 weeks, she was doing 10. And one day she called me and said, "Guess what? I opened that peanut butter jar, I'm Bernard, all by myself." That was not just muscle, that was pride. That was freedom. From a medical standpoint, wall push-ups activate your chest, triceps, shoulders, and even your core. They help correct posture, relieve upper back strain, and improve circulation. And unlike floor push-ups, they are safe for wrists, shoulders, and arthritic joints. No gym required, no getting down on the ground. Just you, a wall, and 5 minutes of courage. Upper body strength helps you do more than carry groceries. It helps you carry yourself. So if you are watching this and feeling a little weaker when lifting things, or if your arms feel tired faster than before, do not ignore it, because weakness in your arms can quietly steal your daily joy. But wall push-ups can bring it back, 1 rep at a time. Try it today. Then tell me in the comments, what was the first thing you noticed getting easier? Number 5, seated leg extensions. Restore your knees and reclaim mobility. Let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time you took the stairs without thinking twice? If it has been a while, if you hesitate, if you hold the railing a little tighter than before, you are not alone and you are not weak. You are human. But I am here to tell you that your knees are not broken. They are waiting for you to rebuild them, gently, safely, and with purpose. One of my longtime patients, Joseph Franklin, was 82 years old when he came back to my clinic after nearly 6 months of staying home. He looked worn out, not from illness, but from fear. He told me, "Doc, I used to walk to the diner every morning. Now just getting to the mailbox feels like crossing a mountain." His knees ached constantly, especially when rising from a chair or getting out of bed. He avoided stairs like they were traps. He even stopped walking to church. And I could see it. It was not just joint pain. It was a quiet kind of grief. The grief of slowly becoming someone you no longer recognize. So we started with the basics. Seated leg extensions, a simple, no-impact exercise that strengthens the quadriceps, the large muscles in the front of your thighs, without putting pressure on the knees. Sit tall in a sturdy chair. Lift 1 foot slowly until your leg is straight. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower gently. Do 8 to 10 repetitions on each side. Do this once or twice a day. Joseph said, "Sitting doesn't feel like real exercise." But he tried. After 2 weeks, something changed. "The pain is still there," he said, "but my legs feel like they're starting to listen to me again." After 4 weeks, he was walking to the mailbox, then to the corner store, and finally back to his favorite diner on a Sunday morning, smiling the whole way. What most people do not realize is that knee pain often comes from weak muscles, not bad joints. When the quadriceps weaken, the knee absorbs more pressure with every step, every bend, every rise. That wears it down. But when you strengthen those muscles, the knee gets relief. Seated leg extensions help rebuild that support system. They improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and enhance stability. They give you the confidence to move again, not just physically, but emotionally. Because reclaiming your mobility is not just about getting somewhere. It is about becoming someone again. The version of you that can go where you want, when you want, with strength and dignity. Try it today. And if you do, tell me, where would you go if your knees stopped hurting? Number 6, which exercises to avoid? After 60, save your joints before it's too late. Now that you have learned the 5 essential movements to restore your strength, let me warn you about something equally important: the exercise you should stop doing after 60. You see, not all movement is good movement. Some popular exercises could be quietly wearing down your joints, damaging your spine, or setting you up for a dangerous fall. I had a patient named Linda Shaw. She was 74, full of energy, recently retired. She joined a local senior fitness class that included jumping jacks, floor crunches, and deep squats with weights. After just 2 weeks, she came to me with swollen knees, tight hips, and sharp lower back pain. She looked frustrated. "Doc," she said, "I thought I was doing the right thing, but I feel worse than before." And I told her something I will now tell you. After 60, your joints are not the same. Your cartilage thins, your tendons are less elastic, your balance reflexes slow down. That means high-impact or poorly aligned movements, the ones that were fine in your 40s, can now cause inflammation, sprains, or even fractures. Here are the top exercises I strongly advise seniors to avoid. First, high-impact jumping, like jumping jacks or jump squats. These send shock waves up through the ankles, knees, and hips. Your bones and joints cannot absorb that force like they used to. Second, deep squats with weights. Yes, squats build strength, but going too low or adding heavy load puts extreme pressure on your knees and lower back. Third, crunches and sit-ups. They are often praised for building core strength, but they can compress the spine and strain the neck, especially in people with arthritis or bone loss. Fourth, behind the neck presses or pull-downs. These force the shoulder joint into unnatural positions and stress the rotator cuff. Many seniors tear that area just trying to keep up. Lastly, running on hard surfaces like concrete. While walking is great, running pounds the joints with every step and raises your injury risk more than it helps. You might be thinking, but I've done these for years. And yes, maybe you have. But the body changes, and the wise thing to do is to adjust, not to stop moving, but to move smarter. So here is my prescription. Swap jumping for heel raises. Swap deep squats for sit to stand. Swap crunches for gentle core holds while seated. Swap overhead presses for wall push-ups. Exercise should never leave you hurting. It should leave you feeling stronger, physically and emotionally. If you have ever done any of the risky exercises I mentioned, comment below and let me know how your body responded. There is no shame, only growth. The goal is not to prove anything. The goal is to protect everything: your mobility, your freedom, your peace of mind. If you have made it this far, I want to tell you something from the heart. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. Every sit to stand, every toe lift, every wall push-up, it is not just exercise. It is your quiet declaration to the world: I'm not giving up, because you are not here to fade. You are here to move, to love, to live. I have treated thousands of patients over 5 decades. Men and women who thought it was too late. People who were told this is just aging. But when they started moving again, something powerful returned: their strength, their dignity, their independence. And you, yes, you can do the same. You do not need a gym. You do not need to be perfect. You just need a chair, a wall, a little time, and the courage to start. So here is what I want you to do. Pick one movement we talked about today. Just one. Do it tonight before bed. Then do it again tomorrow morning. And each time remind yourself, I'm taking my body back. Then take it one step further, because strength is not just built in the muscles. It is also built in the kitchen. Your body needs the right fuel to heal and grow, especially after 60, when collagen and muscle repair slow down. So if you are serious about protecting your joints, bones, and skin from the inside out, watch the next video I made just for you, 5 collagen-rich breakfasts you must eat after 60. I will show you exactly what to eat to support all the progress you are making, one bite at a time. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which movement spoke to you the most today? Which one will you try today? And if this video helped you, please tap the like button, share it with a friend who needs it, and subscribe so you never miss your next chance to grow stronger. Because of your comeback story, it starts now.